more white man lies.
Right? You're able to observe it. So once you realize who you are, what you gotta do? Step on this side and teach your people. The kingdom of God is within you. You. Once you wake up and teach your people, the kingdom will come. No more do we have to get gunned down. No more do women have to be raped. No more do we have to hate each other. Y'all gotta see that. Stop saying, I want change. Do it. Everybody ain't gonna make it, brother. 1/3 of our people will make it. 2/3 will perish here in Babylon.
We don't tell you nothing different, sis. We are the prophets of the Most High. We're not going to tell you what you want to hear. We don't speak smooth words.
Right.
We're not going to prophesy blessings. Right. We're going to tell you, thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
And that is that if you don't repent, death is coming.
Right.
Read that. Isaiah 29:13. I know you never heard this before, right? Because guess what? You have been taught this Bible by your brother.
That's right.
Guess what? In these last days, God is waking up the true men of God to teach his people and bring us back into repentance. Right. Because you are the Israelites. You are the chosen people of God. Read. So thy race.
So thy what?
So thy race.
So thy what?
So thy race.
Read.
Which thou leavest shall be magnified.
So our race will be magnified. That's right. Race is in the Bible, brother.
That's right.
God is a racist.
Come and bring your question. Come and bring your question. That's what we're here for. It's to give edification to our people so we can stop sinning.
Right.
And learn how to live righteously. What's your question, sis?
So this is a commandment to who?
Okay.
We have
Let's go back in
if you have a bald head,
Revelation 1 and 1. All right.
Neither shall they shave off the corner.
Read it again.
Yes, sir.
Revelation.
neither shall they shave off the corner.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Now we all know revelation means to reveal, right? Read.
Listen to God.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14.
No. Continue reading that.
Okay. The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him.
God gave Christ the revelation to reveal to whom?
To show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
His servant in reference of John, giving him the revelation of things that will come in latter days, right? Read it. Jump to verse 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
Okay.
I'm either gonna
What's woolly hair? Who got woolly hair?
Or I'm just gonna be
Ships.
a part of the problem.
Okay. Would you be able to identify the same texture hair as sheep hair? Yes. Right. Okay. Does this guy have woolly hair? No, it doesn't. Continue.
As white as snow.
Does this guy have white hair? No, that's right too. Read on.
And his eyes.
And look at this at the same time, okay? Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, he says his eyes was red as a flame of fire. Why was his eyes red? Because he drank wine. It prophesies that give me that in Genesis 49 and 12. It prophesies, Moses prophesied saying that he will have eyes red because he drank wine. If you have any relative, that drink wine, or when they're angry, you will see that their eyes turn red.
Right.
That's what it's going into. Listen, read.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
See exactly what we just read about, saying that his eyes will be red. Why? Because he drank wine. Okay? Now, go back to Revelation. Continue.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 15. And his feet.
His feet. I can look at your feet. Based on the color of your feet, I can say what color your complexion is, right? Can I safely say that? Okay, read on.
like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Tattoos also what?
Obviously. Not white. It's not even white, because white is this. That's white. Not red. They a different shade of red. Okay, go ahead. It says,
as if they burn in a furnace.
now when you take what was the thing they say? Brass. When you take brass, you put it in furnace, what color would it come? Black, right? It comes from my complexion to his complexion. That's the color of Christ, not this demon right here. They give us this guy to deceive us so we can stay in sin. And when we stay in sin, we won't repent. And if we don't repent, we will remain in the bottom. Give me that again, Judith 5:19. I'm going to show you why they're doing that. It's crafty. What they're doing is intentionally. They give us EBT, entertainment. They give us sports. They give us this. If you agree with what we're saying, why don't you stick around a little bit longer and learn more about your true heritage? That's what we're here for. We have other things we could be doing, but we think it's more important to teach you guys your true nationality. Right. So we can get out of this situation. So we need to stick around a little bit longer. I didn't get to the solution yet. I'm showing you guys the things that we're going through, why we're going through them. Then I'm going to show you what we must do to get out of this situation. Right. Stick a little bit longer, you will learn more about it.
Right.
All right, read it.
The book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20. Now therefore,
now this guy, the general that came in the area where he overcome the whole area. Now he's inquiring of all the neighborhood to come to him, because he's the owner of the whole town. Right. What I mean by town, I'm talking about country, right? And everybody came except the Israelites that was in the hill nation. So he was asking of the neighborhood, why every one of y'all come, but this group of people, they didn't come down. Then you have this Moabite, the so-called Chinese of today, who was explaining to him why they didn't come. Read that for me. I just give you a little brief history so you know what it's all about. Read it.
The book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
if you find any sin in this group of people in reference of Israel,
and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
If they are in sin, let's use that as an advantage, because we can fight them and overcome them, because God won't be with them. The moment we stay in sin, what do they do to keep us in sin? They give us entertainment. They give us sports. They give us Christianity. They give us all these things to keep us comfortable.
Right.
So we won't have to seek who we truly are. Once you know who you are, you will start applying God's commandment. When you start applying God's commandment, read, he will tell you.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
See, we will win if we go and fight them when they're not keeping God's commandment. That's going to give you the flip side. Read.
But if there be no iniquity,
no sin. Iniquity means sin. If there be no sin in them, read.
In their nation, let my Lord now pass by.
Just pass by. Don't stop. Don't try to fight them. Don't even waste your time. Read.
Lest their Lord defend them.
Because the Most High God will be with us when we keep in God's commandments. Right. Read.
And their God be for them. And we become a reproach.
We will be a laughing stock before the whole world. They're like, man, you got defeated by a small group of people. Why? Because we're keeping God's commandment. That's the reason why they give us this. That's the reason why they give us entertainment. That's the reason why they give us sports. All these things to keep us submissive. Right. We stay in Section 8. They keep us in the ghettos. They give you funds, EBT, those things, so you don't want to move up. So you can remain in your lower estate. They want you to remain comfortable. Now, let's see why we are in this situation. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. We gotta examine all the matters so we can get out the situation. Why we went in slavery, and how can we get out this type of mentality? Because we're still in slavery as we're speaking today. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Come around, man. We're here for you guys, teaching your true nationality according to the Bible. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice,
if you don't want to listen to God's word,
of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments,
to keep his commandments,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
shall
come upon thee and overtake
Is curses a good thing? Would you guys say curse is a good thing? No. All right, give me verse 16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
I'm going to show you that this Bible is a true living book. That's your history. That's why it's not for everyone. Because I can go in there and show you everything that you're going through right now. Right in there. That nobody else can claim. And we're about to prove that right now. Read.
Right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15, 16. Thou shalt curse, shall thou be in the city.
Now, it says curse shall thou be in the city. Everywhere that blacks stay, is it a good city? Or would you say they call it the ghetto, the slums, the Section 8? Are these area that you want to live in? No. Because the Bible says curse will be in the city that you live in. Everywhere that we live, right? Curse. You have Tallahassee, the south side considered curse. No one want to stay in that side, but we have to stay in that side because that's what we can afford.
Right.
To show you that's a true living prophecy that we live in today. Jump to verse 30.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 30.
This whole chapter is dedicated to us. This whole chapter, only us can say these things happen to us. Nobody else. Read.
Thou shalt betroth a wife with her.
Who did that happen to during slavery? Did that happen to the whole world? The Chinese, the Japanese, the Caucasian, whatever they call them. Did that happen to them? No. Read.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Who built this country? We did. People are afraid to talk about these things. And those are the things that will cure you when you speak of what really happened. That's and right. How can you get out of it?
Right. Right. Thou shalt plant a vineyard.
And planted the sugar cane, the cotton field, the tobacco, all those things. We did. And what did it say? What happened?
And shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Did we get any recompense of those things that we planted? No, we didn't. We did not. Jump to verse 32. I'm going to show you everything that and I'm giving you some. I'm not really going through everyone. I'm skipping some and just jump to some of them. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
When did that happen? And who did it happen to? You have your children, young little ones, and they split the families. They have the little ones go live in a different area, or they will take your young ones, use them for different purposes.
Right.
These things happen to us. That's history.
That's right.
You can go in that library right here, baby library, and look these things up. These things did occur. We're not making things up. They happen to our people. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Why? Because you have no power. You were slaves. There's nothing you can do but accept whatever coming at you.
Right.
They used to do, these people used to work 10 times harder so they can keep their family close to them. Read. And then jump to verse 37. Now I'm going to show you why we call ourselves everything else under the earth but our true nationality. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shall become an astonishment.
An astonishment is an amazement. Why we were amazing to the other nation? Because we walking around sagging, fighting one another. Like, man, these are the great people that they don't even know that they are brothers and sisters. They don't even know that they are the greatest people on the earth. Read.
A proverb.
A proverb is the wise saying. If you want to hide something from a black man, what do? Put it in the book. Because we don't like to read. Read.
And a byword.
A byword is calling you outside of your God-given name. They're calling you blacks, African-American, Afro-American, niggers, spics. All these names are not your true nationality name. They give you those titles. Okay? Now jump to verse 48. I'm going to show you. All these things I'm proving here are things that pertain unto us.
That's right.
Nobody else can claim them. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve.
God says you're going to serve your enemies.
Thine enemies. With the Lord shall send against thee.
Those that brought us here, they were not our friends.
Right.
God says they're your enemies. They were not your friends. Read.
And hunger.
And hunger. When you need something, even back then in slavery, anytime the slave need food, shelter, clothes, water, those things they have to go to who? Their slave master. Till today. It's still the same thing today. When you need your food to eat, where do you go buy your food? In the supermarket. Who on them? Same people. Read.
And in thirst.
Thirst, water. If you don't pay your water bill, what will happen? They'll close it. You'll cut off. Read.
And in nakedness.
Clothes that you have on. Do we own those things? No. We buy it from who? The same group of people on them. Read.
And in want of all things.
Everything else that you need, like education, marriage license, death certificate, birth certificate, everything that you need, you gotta go to your enemies to get them.
That's right.
Read.
And he
is your enemy.
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Hold up. Who did put a yoke of iron upon our neck? Who did that?
I think it's on the back of one of the signs up here.
Who put a yoke of iron in our neck?
This is the love of God.
I'm gonna show you.
Command.
Who had a yoke of iron up on their neck during slavery? We did. Bible prophecy. Nobody else can claim that. That show you this is a true book.
Right.
A true book. Read verse 49. It's going to tell you who that is too. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
That nation that going to come and conquer you will be coming from far. Read.
From the one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flying.
Hold on. Who used the signals of eagle? All right. And not just America. It goes way back. Starting from the Greeks, the Romans, and then you have the Americans, the Russians. They all use the same symbol. Show you something. It says those people, those are the enemy that God gonna send against you. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We didn't understand their language. We learned their language. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
See, around slavery time, they didn't care if you're old. They didn't care if you were young.
Right.
The moment you start walking, they put you in that cotton field and go start picking cotton.
Right.
The same thing for the old people. They don't care how old you are. You could be 80 and you're still picking cotton.
Right.
That's Bible prophecy. Bible prophecy. Give me verse 68. Now I'm gonna give you the one that show you it's only us. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Okay, the word Egypt is synonym for slavery. When you read in Exodus 20 and 2, when we were in Egypt, what were we doing? We were serving the Egyptians as slaves. Saying that we will be brought to Egypt again, a second time, with ships. How did we get to the America? Did we come by airplane? Ships, right? Cargo slave ships. The Bible prophesied that. And what will happen when we get here? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt not see it no more again.
Have you guys seen your homeland ever again?
Are you not?
No. Bible says that we will not see our homeland ever again. Read.
And there,
that land, you'll be taken by ships. That land. What will happen?
and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
What's bondmen and bondwomen? Slaves. You'll be sold as slave men and slave women. Isn't that what happened when we got here? They sold us as slaves. Bible prophecies. Now what can we do to get ourselves in that situation? Give me Leviticus 19 and 17. I'm going to show you what we must do. And we don't have that. We used to have that back in the day. They used to say it takes a community to raise a family, to raise their children, right? You guys used to hear that term, right? Watch this. This is where it came from.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
God said you're not supposed to hate your brother in your heart. The Bible written in a masculine form, but it's for both women and men, okay? It says you're not supposed to hate your brother and your sisters in your heart. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
To rebuke is to correct. If I see you heading the wrong direction, it is my duty to correct you. Say, hey sis, that's the wrong path. This will lead you to destruction. Turn away. this is the right way. Because that's my job as a brother, to lead my sister and my brother in the correct way. That's our role. We are watchmen according to Ezekiel 3:17. That we are the watchmen of Israel to look out for the people and let them know the way to go.
And not suffer sin upon
so
him.
You guys don't have sin on you. Once you learn what requires of you, then you will start applying God's commandment. It looks like you had a question.
No, the verse I'm just I asked what did he just read?
Let me make it short for you. Let me give you a few scriptures.
I want you to hear me,
if you want to go, you can go. Okay? I'm going to short it out for you. Now that I show you that I must show you correction if you are in sin. Let me show you one of the sin that you are in. Give me Deuteronomy 22:5.
You're not answering my question, bro.
You asked me what the wisdom
Why do you
was
have to change the book? I said 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 6. Why can't you use that?
I'm going to show you what the wisdom
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The Bible says the woman shall not.
You're not going to teach me anything.
Listen, pay attention.
You're not going to teach me anything.
That's
You're not keeping God's commandments.
Pay attention.
You can't teach
The Bible says the woman, read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
The woman shall not wear that pertaining unto a man. Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Like matter, the man should not put a woman's garment. Like if you were to see me here with a dress on, would you want to stop and listen to me? No, because that look weird. The Bible speaks against that. It's the same way, vice versa. Same thing for you too. It says the woman shall not wear that pertaining to a man. What do women wear today that pertains
What scripture do you have where it has to be started like that?
Pants. Like the one that you have on, sister. You see that thing in the front of it? Usually that's supposed to mean you have a zipper.
I can't even break down.
Those things is pertaining to men. But society that we live in, I know you guys probably didn't know that, because society is pushing those things on us. Our sisters didn't used to wear those things. If you have grandmothers, I can guarantee your grandmothers don't wear pants.
Take it easy.
Am I wrong? Am I going up? Even our grandmothers didn't used to wear those things, but we're doing it. Why? So they can keep us in sin. Remember that scripture I bring out earlier? They want you to stay in sin. If you stay in sin, you're not gonna get out of your situation. You're gonna remain in the bottom. That's their goal. Wearing pants is one of those examples. Keep in mind, you're supposed to be royalty. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. I'm gonna show you. You're not any regular people, and that's the reason why you cannot dress like anyone. You have to be special. You have to be set apart. You have to be different. Just like when you go to England, I have to use a carnal example. The so-called British, that they call themselves royalty. You see how they dress? They get that from us. But yet, we dressing like regular people. We're not supposed to be that way. Give me that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
God says you are an holy people.
That's right.
You're not just like anyone. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
He chose you. He chose you guys. Read.
To be a special people.
Special. You know how deep that is? God says that you are special. You're not just like anyone. Read.
Unto himself. Above all people.
No, he didn't say above all people. I thought we were equal to everyone.
Above all people.
No. You mean just like everybody else?
Above all people.
God says you are above all. But guess what? We acting like niggas.
That's right.
Therefore, we'll be treated like niggas.
Right.
When you think of royalty, then you will be treated like royalty. Because when you start keeping God's commandment, you're not going to get pulled over because you're going to follow the law of the land. You're going to learn how to govern yourself among the other nations. Now give me 1 Timothy 2:9. I'm going to show you why we got to dress modestly, because we are royalty. You guys understand what I'm saying? You understand me, sis? Now that we know that, I just give you guys one of the scriptures. And I can see you have your natural hair. That's good. Guess what? Sis, we just go over the image of Christ. Christ have your hair. Your texture hair, sis. You know how big that is? Your creator have your hair. Hell with the other nations. What would you want to have your hair like them? Right. Rock that fro. It's... Give me that, man. Give me that in Daniel 7:9.
Bring it out.
I'm going to show you. God have woolly hair.
That's right. That's right.
We need to make ourselves like him because he is the author of beauty. Why would we want ourselves to be like other nations when we're supposed to be the origin of all things? They're supposed to copy you.
Right.
Not the other way around.
That's right.
Those are the things that we must do to come back to our true nationality, our true heritage.
Right.
We lost that. Give me that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the throne were cast down, and the Ancient of Days.
The Ancient of Days is God, because he's been there forever. He has no beginning, no end. Right? Read.
Did sit.
He said that tell you that God have a body. Because people say that God is a spirit. That already proved that that's a lie. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow.
That's another thing again. They show you that he had garment. If you have garment, that means you must have a body to put that garment on.
Right.
Right? And he was sitting down. Read.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Pure wool. Your hair texture, my hair texture. How in the hell I want to be like them? Take glory to your hair, sis. Give me Proverbs 3:31. But guess what? The Bible will taste very bitter at first, but it will be sweet for you later on. When you take it in right now, it's not gonna be sweet to you. It's like a medicine. Medicine never tastes good, but it's good for you. That's what we're here for. You may not like what I'm saying, but it's supposed to help you.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.